Okay, thank you so much for joining me and to have a quick chat. So 100 years ago this year, the women's game was banned. Did you know about the ban, and what do you think about it?
I didn't know about the ban, but I just think it's really, really rude. And if it was still banned now, I would think that it's just a bit mean, because if you just let boys play, that's just a bit like, why can you not let girls play boys' games? It's just really unfair.
No, I didn't really know that much about it. It's not good. I mean, people love coming and watching football, but it is very much a man's game. Like, women weren't really accepted at football. I think luckily here we've got a really good following for the women's team, and that's brilliant. No, I didn't know a lot about it at all.
The country, as is the world, is quite diverse, and you know what? Even if we break it down to this country in its own little thing, half the country is women anyway. So how could you ban women from the national game? If you're going to call it a national game, let's have it open to everybody, whether it be women, men, children, whatever. So yeah, it's atrocious.
Well, obviously it was a horrible thing that happened, a tragedy, and I also think the reason it happened was not because it was unsuitable for women, but because it was seen as a threat to something that was the normal, the standard. To have women being that successful and being that out there and that popular was seen as a bit of a threat.
To be honest with you, I didn't know about the ban until someone mentioned it before the game. Obviously, I think that we've come a long way since then. It's obvious to see, in terms of how big the women's game's getting and how you can see what the FC United have got, what they're doing with their women. So, if I'm honest with you, I didn't know about the ban, but I think obviously we've come a long way, and I think it's only good for the game and for the community.
I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, the women's game was doing so well at the time. And the social implications, like all the stuff they were doing for the community, was absolutely massive. And to take it away under the premise of physicality, it was just really, really ridiculous. And the perception of women playing at the time, that it was too physical, it just wouldn't stand now. It was ridiculous it happened. It was ridiculous that it took so long to revoke it as well. 50 years, you're talking about generations, lost generations of people who could have been playing football, making a really positive societal impact, and it was just wasted. 50 years. It's wild.